Guys, it's Oracle Anie, and I'm here to share another channeled message. For this message, I'm going to use the tarot deck, the homemade oracle cards with the descriptions of people, and the pendulum. I'm being told that it's not a very long message, so we're going to get right into it. First, I want to see who this message is for. I do know that the message is for a group of people, and I want to see what makes this group of people stand out from another group of people. And let's get started. Thank you for checking out my channel, and thank you for checking out this message. So what makes this group of people stand out? How will they know? How will the viewers know if they belong in this group? Okay. So I have the King of Swords. Okay. So you could be dealing with some legal matters at the moment. You could be thinking about solutions, thinking about how you're going to manage a situation. You could be dealing with people that you are waiting on to receive an answer, to receive direction, and in that same way, you could be you could be in your head about what they might say, what they might decide, and so that has you in that kind of energy of like, I wonder what they're gonna say. So if they and it kind of has you in this like, well, if they say this or if they decide that, what is going to be my next step, right? So whether it starts with you or you're waiting on somebody else, it's the same energy, okay? I'm also hearing contract. So if it's not like, well, contract is a legal document. So, this could be with your job, it could be with a client, it could be with a family member on a personal level as well. It could be for a home, right? You get it. Okay. So what does this group of people have to know? What am I trying to channel here? Or what is this message that's coming in? What do they have to know? What do they have to know? What does this group of people have to know? Okay, I'm going to take this one. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, what do these people have to know? What does this group of people have to know? I'm going to take this one. What do these group of people have to know? Okay, so I'm just going to, before I tell you the cards, I think you can see them, but before I tell you the cards, let me do some clarifiers. Too many cards, but I'll take the top. Well, I'll take them. I'll take them all. They're good. Okay. Why the Sun in reverse? Okay, and why the Justice in reverse? Okay. Let me focus in on this message for a second and I'll be right back. So I feel like this message is mostly going to be about how you need to work with your mental strength to get through this situation. Okay? So let's break it down. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Okay? So what I'm kind of getting from this combination is that you are finding some sort of comfort in work that you're doing, right? In building up a skill. And I feel like this work that you've been doing, right? The inner child within you is kind of like pointing at it, as in, you know, think about not doing it anymore, right? Let me see. Why the Queen of Wands in reverse? Oh, what is the inner child here saying? Yeah, see, you got the Tower card. So the inner child is saying, you know, just because you find comfort in doing this work, it's not really helping the situation. It could just not be helping you with your mental strength, or it might just not be working for your boss or whoever you're waiting on an answer from, right? It might even not be working for you on a very deep level, right? Just because you've always done something doesn't mean that it's helping, right? And so I think what the inner child here is saying is, you know, consider, I think I already said that. Consider not doing that. And it seems like with the Tower card here, soon enough you won't be able to do it, right? So it seems like, I'm sorry to say it this way, but you are probably going to get pushed out of your comfort zone, okay? So then we have the Sun in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Cups. And that to me is like, what is going on? Because the Sun in reverse is about not having enough information, being in the dark, not feeling happy, right? And this could be an indication of like how stressed you're probably feeling about this situation that's on your mind that you're trying to figure out a solution for, right? The Queen of Cups here is the opposite, right? It's the opposite energy. It is the energy of somebody who just trusts in the flow, all right? Let's call it like that. It's just somebody who trusts in the flow. It's like, it's okay if I don't have the answer. I will figure it out one step at a time. It's okay that nobody understands, that I'm just going with the flow and that I don't actually have an answer. And they kind of seem like this person that's like it's unrelatable to other people, right? Because maybe, you know, they should be stressed out or they should be, you know, like worried. But because it's coming on after the Tower, I feel like it's saying that this Tower moment, this thing that you're being released from doing, is actually going to make you feel better, right? And I want to take a few more cards here. So why the Sun in reverse with the Queen of Cups? So you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then one more. The Sun in reverse with the Queen of Cups. The Sun in reverse with the Queen of Cups. Okay. And then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so okay. On a physical level, it's going to be pretty jarring, right? But on an emotional level, it's going to feel like you have been freed from some sort of like responsibility, some sort of indecision, some sort of like, what else can I say here? It's a really interesting energy because physically it doesn't look good, but emotionally it's like, oh, you know, even though the Sun is in reverse. So like, I really feel like this situation is going to be challenging. Absolutely. And I can't predict what the message is going to be before I pull it, try to pull it together. But it just seems like a hard stop on something that you've been doing that hasn't been working. And emotionally, you are going to feel eventually better about it. And then you have the Justice in reverse, right? But the Justice in reverse has the Strength card, which is that mental strength that you're going to need to overcome this. And you have the Five of Cups. And in this deck, the Five of Cups is a little bit more hopeful. And it's more looking at the silver lining when it comes to the situation, right? So it's only as bad or it's only as good as you can tell yourself what it is, right? I want to see now, there's also the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is it's just another card of having to take a risk, having to give something up physically, right? And now there's a King of Wands in reverse here, and I noticed that it's the King of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse. And I think that's very interesting with the Justice in reverse. So, this could be pertaining to a couple that's involved in this legal situation. And they may not be the best influence in this situation. So I want to see what is the King of Wands in reverse here with the Justice in reverse. The Two of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is the reason that you are not able to make a decision is because you're not looking at the spiritual aspect of the situation, right? It's like that is the component that's missing, right? The karmic aspect of the situation is what's missing from the equation that will help you see this, to see the answer for this. Okay? And in order to connect to that spirituality, you have to go in through your mind, right? This is not a physical problem. Even though it can manifest as a physical problem, the solution is in the mental and spiritual realm. So it's about your belief structure. It's about, points of views. It's about like things that people have told you that have nothing to do with you, but that, you've integrated into your belief system. And so what this message is basically saying is like, okay, how can you look at the situation from a positive point of view or from like a stronger, like a stronger internal compass? Okay? And this couple could be, if it's a couple that's involved currently in the situation, it could be a couple that doesn't look for spirituality in situations. And if it's a couple that's involved in a secondary type of way, it could be talking about a couple from your childhood that didn't teach you how to look at the spirituality of situations, like unfortunate situations. Okay? So, what else? What else do I have to tell people? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so the Two of Pentacles in reverse is the ending of a contract, right? So let's see, what is this contract? Something's going to be lost. But it's, well, 10 of Wands in reverse. Let's see. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse, yeah. Okay. The Two of Pentacles is the loss of a contract. And like I said, it's going to physically feel incorrect. But spiritually, it is correct, right? There's some sort of emotional healing that happens through this thing, through this loss. So Two of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's letting go of, this can even be a spiritual contract that doesn't belong to you, that you've just been holding on to for, I don't even know how long, right? Because like the soul can hold on to things for many lifetimes. Oh, look, and now the 9 of Wands is upright over here. Yeah, I feel like this is very much hidden in the subconscious. And I also feel from this 9 of Wands that you will have the backup and the support to get through this. So let's use the pendulum. for yes and no clarifications. Okay. So, Pendulum, please show me a yes. Okay, so it's swinging towards the camera. Thank you. Pendulum, show me a no. Show me a big no. Okay, and so now it's swinging side to side. Okay, should this group of people brace for a tower moment? Okay, no. Interesting. Okay. Should someone else that is connected to this group of people expect a tower moment? Okay. That's a yes. Okay, so this message. Okay, so this message is for you, but it's because it's going to happen to somebody close to you. So, what is the person that this is going to happen to? What do they look like? What are some of their physical attributes? So they can be 26 to 32 years old. They can be 56 to 63 years old. And or they can have blue-green eyes. I feel like that's enough. Okay. Why does this group of people need to know about this? Why does this group of people need to know about this? Like, what is their role? Okay. 3 of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. This has to do with your healing. I wonder if this is happening to somebody around you that's close to you. So like they're going to go down, but you're going to come up kind of thing. Because your involvement here is very much about healing, being financially independent, and rejoining life. And as we saw this first part of the message, it seems like for them, they're going in the opposite direction. Okay? But it's because they need to learn a spiritual lesson. Why does this group of people need to know that this is happening? Like, what is their involvement in this situation? The Two of Wands, you are going to have new opportunities. Yeah, this is very much something where it's like you're going to be on opposite sides of, you're going to be experiencing completely opposite situations. Okay, so that took a turn, huh? All right. Thank you for watching.